is appointment setters. And this kind of also goes into like the organic hustling, but we kind of break in organic hustling with appointment setters. Because either obviously you can do this, the organic hustling, or you can get an appointment setter to do it. So let's start this off by how to get appointment setters. So appointment setters. And then after that, we'll go over how to hustle. Appointment setters, S-E-T-T-E-R. So I had a brain fart. Cool. When I find appointment setters, I try to hire solely from the Philippines. All right, I know my beautiful handwriting is super sexy. Next thing over here is I try to hire single moms. Cool. And I always try to make sure that the people coming into me, you're gonna probably get a wide range of prices. But what I like to see is if the per hour is anywhere between, if they come to me, $2 to maybe $6 an hour, because then we can kind of negotiate with that. So 2 to 6/hour. And then what I do on an appointment setting basis is I try to do it on commission, because it is oftentimes very, very difficult for you to track to see how much this person's working. You might, I hired somebody recently and they were doing some appointment setting for me. They spent like 3 hours, maybe 3, 6, 9, $10 I paid them. But in those 3 hours, they literally only sent out 3 messages. That's 1 message per hour. Like, what else were they doing during that time? What I'm trying to say is that when it comes to appointment setters, I don't like going by the hour. I'm not too crazy about that. I use that $2 to $6 an hour as kind of a starting point. Because like, hey, I'm interested in you because you're kind of in my price range. But then what I usually switch over to is on a commission basis. And the way I go over this commission basis is either one of two things. The commission basis is I would do, hey, if you send out 100 messages for me, I'll pay you 100 messages. I'll pay you usually 10 to 15 bucks. Other option that you have as well too is to do per appointment show up. So, but that really comes down to how much is an appointment worth for you. If you do anything like high ticket, I like to pay anywhere between per appointment. So I do like, boom, I do 15 to even 25 bucks / appointments. So if they're booking in 1 appointment a day, they're gonna be making 15 to 25 bucks. If they are sending out 100 messages, a 10% conversion rate, sending 100 messages, they're at least gonna get 1 appointment there. At least if your offers are as nice. But just like that is how I pay them and how I find them. Now, Blake, where do you find these freaking appointment setters, bro? Where do you find your VA army? Where do you find your hustlers at? I find my appointment setters straight from Facebook. I find them from Facebook. You can put up a post, and if the group has at least 40,000 followers or group members, whatever it's called, if you go to like Go High Level Funnels and Jobs, if you go to ClickFunnels, Funnels and Jobs, job posting, anything like that, media buying jobs application, put up a simple post in there. Hey, I'm looking for an appointment setter. Within the freaking hour, you're gonna get like 10 to 20 different people to shoot you over a message saying, hey, I need to be hired. From there, I filter out, hey, are they from the Philippines? Are they single moms? Is the Wi-Fi? Can we work with their Wi-Fi? A lot of times over in the Philippines, they do have frequent flooding, so sometimes it knocks out the Wi-Fi. But do they have backups? Do they have a local cafe they can go to? Do they have a friend's house they can go to? Because the worst case scenario, I'm gonna have this team over here, in the Philippines, they just got this flood, and then everybody is flooding out for like 2 or 3 days. So another thing too is I try not to make sure that all my appointment centers are bunched up necessarily in one location. The Philippines was like over here. I want some appointment centers over here, some over here, some over here, some over here. So if there's a flood and it knocks down half of the Philippines, I still got these guys that still are able to work because they still got Wi-Fi. I mean, yeah, you could always just buy them Starlink as well too, as another option. I used to do that for my appointment centers as well too, until start paying them a little more and they bought their own Wi-Fi. But quick question, what's up?
So you said that you hired people from the Philippines.
Yes.
Why is it that you choose only people from single moms from the Philippines? Why not like Mexico or some other country where they're not paying as much either?
So she asked, why do I hire from the Philippines? The reason why I've hired from the Philippines is I found I've had the best results with them. People in the Pakistan from Pakistan, they have too much of an accent. They're really great at develop work. I have my buddy, he has a massive building over there that just literally filled 3 stories with just developers. Mexican, I do have another buddy that uses virtual assistants from Mexico. It's actually kind of interesting. So the Mexicans that cross the border, but then that can't get over and they're sent back by the patrolling officers, whatever they're called, by the border crossing agents. They take those people that are sent back and he puts them into a office building in Mexico to actually do appointment setting. But the thing is I find that a nice soothing voice from a chick converts a lot better than a manly voice that sounds like they should do construction, which is why I find that it's better to use in terms of getting appointment settings. It's definitely better to use a chick than a dude. If in terms of customer support and just back end support, you can use the guys in Mexico, like for support. Because as a dude, you kind of come off as a little bit more of an expert, I guess. As a chick, you come off as more soothing and more inviting, and it's easier to talk to these business owners. They're more willing to talk to a chick than a dude. Kind of answer your question? Cool, 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 cool. All right, what are we talking about next, guys? What are we talking about next? Next thing that we're going to talk about, all right, Philippines single moms, $2 to $6 an hour. I'm moving over to commission. I found it from Facebook groups. Easy. Now, Blade, how do these appointment settings work? Matter of fact, bro, how the frick do you schedule up appointments organically? All right, how do you schedule